Hello everyone, welcome to our Let's Play series of Tyranny. This is Colonel RPG as usual, and I'm very happy that you chose to join me today, as I took a little bit of time in between episodes to read about the trial of the Archon. So I read the evidence against both of these guys, and it does seem like we have gathered more evidence regarding the voices of Nerat than the evidence we have gathered around Graven Ash. That said, I still think that both of them are in the wrong, although I have a better case against the voices of Nerat than I have against Graven Ash. Most of the evidence that I have, or it's called evidence by the game, but most of the evidence that I've gathered against him has been mostly contextual. So basically what happened last episode is we came here to the court of Tunon's court, and he really asked us too much. I think he was at fault there for asking us too much about like what we thought. If we didn't have to commit to one of the answers. I really think that if I can tell that both of them are wrong, because they're fighting against each other, and Graven Ash is definitely fighting against the voice of Nerat as well as the other way around. So I think both of them are wrong, and that would go towards what my character would want anyway. So yeah, that's definitely what I wanted to do. He didn't let me say that, however, or the game didn't let me say that. So I just went with, oh, I don't know yet, and he didn't like that. But I didn't gain wrath from him. That said, when I loaded the game to record this episode, I saw that this guy over here, Fatefinder Furia, is saying something. If you'd allow me to explain myself, Your Honor. They didn't say anything else, though, because I reloaded the game right now. They don't say anything else, so I think maybe something is going on over here. Let's see. No? The circumstances were, well, it was madness, Your Honor. No one could be expected to act in a rational way. No? Perhaps I expect too much of my servants. Is that it? No, Your Honor, but if you hear my testimony, I think you'll understand. I see a better alternative has presented itself. Fatebinder, you will audience this case in my stead? Will you audience my case in my stead? This case in my stead? I'm curious what manner of conclusions you draw. Okay, I'm ready to hear the case, I suppose. Excellent. The testimony will begin. I'm afraid it's a sensitive matter, says Fatebinder Furia. I was away from the city, seeing to a military camp, when I discovered two Scarlet Chorus soldiers. She clears her throat and holds her posture firm. Defiling a woman. A local from the Tears? Yes, and I understand that it's a common enough occurrence in that army, but I couldn't stand for it. I was brought up to know better. She looks up at Tunon. I was taught to be better. What happened then? And actually, okay, so what happened then? I fought the recruits. They fought back, but in the end, my skills won out. After they were both dead, I let the poor woman go. Their gang boss witnessed everything, though he didn't intervene until it was all done. I was trussed up and brought back to court in a wagon, where you find me now. And what fine company you made on the journey over here, says Chucklebones. The gang boss, apparently, this is the gang boss, spreads his lips open in a toothy grin. The defendant is charged with the murder of subjects who were owed the protection of Kairos' law. Fatebinder, I assume you wish to cross-examine? Why? Let's see. Well, why is the victim of assault? Well, the problem with the Scarlet Chorus is that they... Actually, that's not the problem with the Scarlet Chorus. It's the problem with Kairos' army is that they murder anybody they want. The thing is, the Scarlet Chorus really... I didn't think they did that. They basically conscript from the enemy. Or at least from the ones that remain anyway. So that's why they are so many. But the disfavored don't do that. They killed everybody. As far as I know. They basically wiped them out. Yeah. So that question over there is gonna piss him off because it has a very straightforward legal answer. So, the gang boss didn't intervene at all. If my recruits couldn't defend themselves against a glorified clerk, then their lives were forfeit as far as I was concerned. Good riddance. I'm still happy to get satisfaction out of the matter. The law is the law. All he did was joke about how the court would be merciless. I laughed all the way to the bastard city. Didn't seem particularly bent out of shape over his lost men. That sounds about right. Okay, so he admits to basically using the law to his benefit. in a way that kind of lost soldiers. Do you regret your actions? She frowns in thought. No. If our positions were reversed, I would have wanted someone to step in on my behalf. Kairos' law be damned. She glances up at Tunan with momentary unease. I suppose I should keep my distance from the Scarlet Chorus in the future. I might not be able to restrain myself if I saw it happening again. Okay, so... Did you speak with the Tears woman? Only briefly. She thanked me before fleeing. I didn't want to keep her. She'd suffered enough at the hands of those soldiers. So you didn't think she said anything about wishing to join the army? She glances at you with frank curiosity. The army? Not that I... Thinking, she frowns. Seriously, you didn't think that she would join the... Oh my god. So basically, she defended her because she was a woman. As far as I can tell. And as far as I can tell, she not thinking about her joining the army, but that actually doesn't make much sense. Because the army is... There's a lot of women in the army in this game. So, why wouldn't she think that? And she definitely wasn't in the area for that very purpose? Her eyes widen as she realizes your intent. The Fatebinder nods. That's right. She only mentioned it in passing, but she told me that she was attempting to make contact with the Scarlet Chorus. You know, to join them. That was when the soldiers attacked. I hope this has a point, Fatebinder. Huh. Yeah, I'm ready to give my ruling. Very good. Present the verdict, and let us be done with this unpleasant affair. If the woman was intended to join the Scarlet Chorus, she was protected under Kairos' law. Your actions were just. That's the lawful thing, and I think that's the only one that we can go for, in actual fact. She was a dummy, but she got lucky, I think. And also this has the added benefit of screwing up with what's his name, Shacklebones, because basically he wanted to use the law that was not meant to protect him to basically get a kick out of it, and I don't really appreciate that. So, yeah, your actions were just. She delivers a bow of gratitude, holding your eye contact the entire time. Thank you for hearing my case. Fatebinder Furia, you have ducked Kairos' punishment with a technicality. Yes, she has. Be more mindful of your delicate position in the future. Your grasp of Kairos' law troubles me. It reeks of independent thoughts honed beyond the principled walls of my court. And yet, it is your ruling. Dismissed. Huh. Okay, so... that was that. I am happy with the verdict, although I'm not a big fan of technicalities getting people out of their thing. It's the law, I guess. Let's see. Fatebinder, you return! Yes, I do, but you have talked to me already all that you have. Regards, Cora. You look as if you need something. No, I don't, actually. You don't have anything for me. What about you? We speak again, and let us speak genuinely and at length with one another. Nope, let us not. And with that, I think we're out of here. Although... these guys, yeah, I talked to... There's 3 of each army on each side, and these guys are going... They're very slow, though. Maybe I can talk to Lady Lucretia's over here. She has something for me. No, well met, Fatebinder. Don't let this war rot you from in the inside. Let's have a chat here with Blood and Mark. He doesn't like me too much, but I want to see. There a reason you're gaping at me like I just gutted you, kid? Or do you just like standing around and stare? Actually, let me check. Oh, he doesn't have a... Oh, that's interesting. A favor is now... Ooh, why... Yeah, that's Blood and Mark. I keep mistaking this with a Blood and something or other. The bracer you're wearing is rather eye-catching. I bet you're thinking something like I'd look even better on you. It would look even better on you, right, kid? This, he waves his left arm in the air, examining the blacker than black bracer, the strapping armlet that appears simultaneously solid as obsidian and diaphanous as a sigh, almost a living, pulsing thing. That'll be the binding of shadows. Want it? You just give it to me? Why? Try it on and find out. He grins, teeth stark, flat, and wide. I like you, kid. I wouldn't steer you wrong. Okay, hand it over. So I received Binding of Shadows. With a gruff grunt and some difficulty, he wrenches the bracer off. So it is solid after all, and tosses it to you, one-handed. Careful with it, he warns when you accept the gift. Not only weapons can be double-edged swords. Okay. So, my power has increased. Yes, it has, but... Oh. It's heavy armor, unfortunately, though. Oh, that's quite unfortunate, actually. That is quite bad. Oh, boy. It's heavy armor. That's a problem. Is it better than his? Yeah, it's not better than his. I mean, it is a superior weapon. His weapons are, or his armor is exquisite over there, and masterwork over there, so... I like it. I really do, but I still need to upgrade her momentum gauntlets. I think that's gonna do a fair. That's gonna be really good, actually. That multi-kill is pretty good. I think it is. Anyway, it sounds good. So let's get out of here. Let me save the game as well, and let's go to a. Well, we need to go to places. We need to go to. Basically, we came here just to report back. We came to the Bastard City just to report back, and now we need to go up there. But before we do, we're gonna go to the Mountain Spire. And, actually, where do I need to go? I need to go to the Ocean Spire over the Sunset Spire. Yes. Because that's where we have... Is that where we have the, I think that's where we have the upgrade system. Right? I think so. So, the first one is just non-specific. The second one, we upgraded all, like, the crafting and stuff. The third one we did for training. And then we don't have an extra spire, unfortunately, but we have a new message, which is really good. And yes, this is all about Master Myothis, or Fatebinder Myothis, that we're talking about all the spires and all that. Greetings, Cora. You are correct. There are spires all across Terratus. The exact distribution of these monuments fuels all sorts of debate and speculation, but two facts seem commonplace. Most spires are built near old walls. Your mountain spire is a notable exception, and nearly every culture that predated Kairos has some local myth to explain the builders of these spires. I believe the Tiersmen cite the older realms as their local names for the spire old walls architects, but nobody knows for sure. And of course, where Kairos has brought proper civilization, the origin of the spire simply isn't discussed in good company. Here's what I think you need to know. First, the spires behave as arcane lodestone. What's that? There is a constant field of magical strength around a spire. If you imagine a mystic sea resting atop of our world, the spires seem to spin and churn this magic. Creating a spell cast with even modest effort will materialize with powerful results. Second, and that's maybe why the Bane are attracted to them. Second, and I'd say most tellingly, Kairos has laws against entering the old walls, but there are no laws against the spires. You could infer from this that means Kairos has no issue with the lay folks messing with the spires, but wishes to keep us safe from the old walls. Or you could think like an overlord and know that if you place a rule against something, you make it forbidden and desirable. Now, I find it telling that Kairos forbids the hallways that leads to the spires, but not paint a target on the spires themselves. That's interesting. Last but not least, as a young Fatebinder, what the hell happened there? What? The game... that Kairos place is kind of crazy. What the hell? Yeah. Last but not least, it's probably just a markup bug. As a young Fatebinder, I had once to oversee the case of a man who had built a shrine to Kairos around the base of a spire in the far southeast. I could find no evidence of falsity or slander. His shrine was the most reverent and loving tribute as I have ever seen. At one point, though, this man claimed he had evidence that Kairos was here back in... Kairos was here back in -50? Huh. He had merely uttered those words, and my superior binder swung the axe then and there. Being the new girl at the court, I said nothing, but I have long wondered why such a comment should require death instead of the traditional removal of the tongue. Huh. At -50. Yeah, I get the feeling it's kind of... I don't think it's too hard to understand that the spires and the old walls have something to do with Kairos' nature, whatever made her a god or something. But let's see. So probably she was a normal woman before, and whatever these things do, magical or otherwise, I kind of suppose just magic, she became a god and all-knowing or whatever. And so let's inquire about the edict and their nature. Dear Myothis, thank you for hearing me out. I hope more questions than I have ink. I have more questions than I have ink, but let's start with a discussion of Kairos' edicts. I believe under proclaimed and resolved edicts, which makes me far more knowledgeable than the layperson on the subject, and yet I still know so little. Okay, let's send it. and wait for a response there. Let's also go over here to Nikostas. There's somebody over here that has things for us. The Forge Bound levitates. I think he... Oh, he's a trainer. So who needs training? Nobody needs training. Okay. He's control fire, control lightning, and control frost. We didn't talk to him before. I think I heard him just out of nowhere. Who's that? There's nobody. Ragus? Hey, man. Show me what you have for sale. Oh, he sells things. Okay. That's not...
Sorry,
no.
I can't.
You can't go over there. Why? Oh, because these things... Oh, that's bad. But you can step on those things. You know... Okay, sure. Totally fine. Who's that? Spire worker. Pelagus. He's a trainer as well, I believe. My apologies, Fatebinder. I just find this all peculiar. What? Is there something wrong? I don't mean to cause an alarm, but the spires are forbidden by Kairos' decree, let alone ascending to the top of to the very top of one. Actually, it's not forbidden, but do you wish me to terminate your employment? His eyes grow wide as he frantically shakes his head. No, not at all, Fatebinder. I intend to serve you. I only ask so I may understand its legality. Okay, He pauses as he strains to explain himself for more delicately. Let's go with this one. Kairos is giving me express authority to claim these spires for her. Pelagus stares at you, blinking for a few moments before speaking. My apologies, Fatebinder. I had no idea. He takes a deep bow before you. I appreciate you clarifying this to me. I am at your service should you need to train in magical arts. Okay, so let's figure atrophy and a bunch of other stuff that we don't really use. And Master of Brazing. Why do I have these guys over here? Oh, that's right, because I needed to hire them. Yeah, very good. I needed to hire them to, and so I could be able to craft and upgrade things. Okay, so Tamarine, do I need to talk to you, my friend? Let me see what you have for sale. Not really. Okay, let's just go ahead over here, and we could upgrade these. We have enough. That's good, but we're not going to do that. We're going to try and upgrade her stuff. How much? So I'm going to need bronze, and I'm going to need hide. That's actually a big problem, because apparently hide is quite valuable. What? Oh, yeah. Apparently hide is quite valuable later on, so I'm not 100% sure I want to spend it. I only have 8, so it's kind of a problem, innit? Kind of a problem. Kind of a big problem, actually. Okay, I'm gonna stick with it for right now. I probably could use it. Just a bit of an upgrade, couldn't I? Can I? Let's see, the next upgrade is gonna bring up our deflection. It's gonna make our precision better. It's gonna make an arm damage more, but it's not a big deal. So I think we're good for right now. And let me save the game and let's continue exploring. So now we need actually to get out of here. We could go to the mountain spire. Let's go to the spires, because there's items there. I don't remember which one. This one has items for sure from the guy, the swindler or whatever his name is. But apart from that, you can check the number of items. I think you can check the number of items, right? Because there's a number that appears over here every once in a while. But, Sadus, we have, yeah, that's the swindler up there. Tycon, the swindler, and Swordbreaker is a trainer. Rumors? The favored once were known by another name. Contrary to my first assumption, it was not the favored. Yes, I actually don't remember what their name was. So we got a few more things. It's always nice to have. Let's bring these two over there, and that over there, and this goes over here. Yeah, I think we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine in regard to materials, but I'm not going to be able to spend too much leather or hide or whatever that is, because I think we need that. Somebody told me in the comments that we needed that, but I didn't take note of that. I'm sorry. Let's go. So we need to go over there to Jagged Maw. Jagged Maw is a well-trafficked area close to the outskirts of the region and a short distance from the region's few settlements. Beastmen have been fascinated with the area since Cairn's fall and the formation of the Stone Sea, believing the unusual rock formations to be tied to the dying Archon they revere. The heavy human presence here has driven them off, which has only increased tensions between them and the local settlers. And can I read about the Stone Sea? The Stone Sea is the name given to what remains of the land of Azure after Kairos' Edict of Stone devastated the landscape. Once a rolling landscape of winding rivers and fertile plains, tectonic shifts have altered the landscape, choking rivers, collapsing roads, and altering the landscape for hundreds of leagues. Let's go to Jagged Maw. That's where they had... So we need to go to Hellgate, but that's where they have... where the disfavored have some some, ooh, this is all this favorite color. Awesome. Some, I don't know, frontliners or something. There's somebody here that we need to talk to. And I think we might have just found them. We received a missive. Okay, let's read that. It is difficult to separate fact from superstition when it comes to edicts, as it seems only Kairos knows how it all works. The rest of us are left to live in fear and ponder it all. Kairos' edicts are a sort of magic above and beyond even the Archons. I dare say the edicts are stronger than Kairos'. I suppose so, actually, as there is no evidence Kairos can willingly stop an edict once set into motion, which is in part why Kairos' edicts seem to have an until or unless clause in their wording. Yeah, that makes sense, actually. It's not a new idea to me. I didn't voice it, though, but I kind of got that feeling before as well. And now that I see it written in words, I'm thinking that Kairos' power might have come from an edict itself. I know the edict, as powerful as it is, requires a human voice to complete the casting. Thus, the Overlord has people like you proclaim edicts cast far from the Imperial throne. The magic is Kairos' magic, but the human voice is the final carrier or trigger to complete the magic phenomenon. And here's what's most fascinating. At least as far as you're concerned, there have been dozens of mortal agents who have been made to proclaim edicts. 2/3 of them die within a decade, and many give reports of lingering mystic scars from the ordeal. And there are also been a handful of to resolve or break an edict. These until and unless clauses get fulfilled from time to time, and we see a similar pattern in history. Those who resolve an edict often live short lives, and many speak of arcane side effects of the shattered edicts. Yeah, we don't have that. At least not so far. Here's where you're unique. To the best of my fact-finding, you are the first to proclaim and break the same exact edict. Whatever mystical power is involved in the creation and destruction of such magics, you're the first to stand at the terminus of both. Now that I know the spires can be awoken, it makes sense that if anything can or would wake them from slumber, a shattered edict seems to the likely culprit. Oh, I see. So it's all connected. I hadn't thought of that. But it's true. But we didn't wake a spire on the last edict that we broke. Kairos has other edicts in place throughout the tiers. If you truly wish to learn more, perhaps you should take it upon yourself to shatter those edicts. After all, if Kairos did not wish for the edicts to be broken, why include a termination clause? Well, maybe that's what a termination clause is. I appreciate the information, I reply. Thank you for sharing. Knowing what you know of my situation, what would you do? Okay, send that and wait. But before I go there, I want to save the game before that as well. I want to check the map and make sure that I'm not screwing up anything. So we got that tower over there, and we have no tower over here. There's no tower. So this is going to be the 4th tower, but there's 2 of them. I didn't see that before. There's 2 spires. I say tower, it's spires. Hey man, how's it going? So weird. Okay, so this is gonna unlock 2 extra spires. That's fine. That's okay. Okay, so let's go on in and have a chat with this guy. Who is... Oh, the Crescent Runners. Oh, earthquakes. Oh, it makes sense. Tectonic shifts and all that. Hello, sir. Iron Walker? What is that? The Stone Sea environment is harsh and unforgiving. Arid plant life is about all that can survive in these parts. Things are not looking too great. Everything seems to be trembling. This place would not stand like this if it were trembling like that. What do we have? Light leather boots. Are those better than yours? Most likely not. Are those better than yours? They are kind of good, but disengagement defense is not really needed for you. Okay, let's not wear that. What is that over there? This rocky protrusion is magical in origin. As Cairn roamed the Stone Sea during the conquest, it was rumored that structures like these were formed in his wake and contained traces of his essence. I can touch the monument. And I gain control stone, +5. Okay. I didn't know I had control stone. I do? I do. It's right there. Huh. Interesting. I do have a spellcaster for that. I still haven't made the spells, but we found that I think a couple of episodes ago, or maybe last episode. So we have Cadis and Radix Iron Core. Let's have a chat with this guy. Fatebinder! The soldier salutes you with a smack of a meaty fist on bronzed armor. Lieutenant Cadis, at your service, sir. I wanted to talk to the other guy, but sure. He jerks a thumb, his gauntlet caked with dust and blood, towards the mountain of a man behind him. Won't get him to admit it, but Radix is too. That's Commander Ironcore to you, baby brother. And you as well, Fatebinder. The elite Iron Guards cast a steely glance in your direction without offering you a salute. Forgive me if I do not have time to entertain idle pleasantries. We're on a campaign of the highest importance, I'm sure you understand. Cadis clears his throat with a sound that's half-hacking, half-deep guffaw. He slouches in lazy attention, a hand resting comfortably on the hilt of his broadsword. I humbly apologize for both of us, but if you don't mind me asking, what's brought you to these parts, sir? He tips his head to indicate the stone expanse behind him. Sure, she looks pretty, but don't let those big peaks fool you. The land's a tangle of danger. Yeah, I'm all for big peaks, but Ash sent me to assist you with your efforts to solidify our hold in the Stone Sea. Let's not say our hold, but let's not go with that. Brief me on the Chorus's troop movements throughout the region, please. Shit, if there aren't more of them than maggots out here. Can't go 2 feet without needing to gouge someone's entrails out. The soldier rubs at the pommel of his sword, edgy, but most of them have swarmed Hellgate, looking for warm bodies. Crude as my brother is, says Radix, I agree with his assessment. The Chorus are rather semblant to maggots, singly inconsequential yet annoying and numerous. Both squish beneath stones of adequate acceleration and mass. He taps his foot in a slow but eager rhythm on the ground, but then stops, settling himself once more into stillness. However, more pressing matters have need of my attention presently. Even Radix likes killing Chorus screamers, but he can stray from the parameters of his post, and I can stray from him. Oh no, what a convenient shame that you're both stuck here and need someone else to do your dirty work. Verse shakes her head. Pathetic. Totally agree with you there, Verse. Let's see, can I say that? Let's go with that. Unfortunately, that sounds like a problem for you more than me. Yeah, I think I can draw their wrath. Oh, come on, sir. Don't make me beg you. He smacks a greeted gauntlet against the belly of his iron cuirass. Kyra's would croak before my shields will let me leave it down. Well, if you're asking a Fatebinder's favor, you'd best be ready to swallow your pride. On your knees, soldier, and I'll reconsider it. Sometimes I can't tell when you're teasing, sir. You know, I wouldn't be doing this for anyone but you. He offers a brusque salute before clambering awkwardly to one knee in the silt. He looks up to you with a seriousness befitting his skeletal visor. Slay 50 screamers, and I'll put in a good word for you with every soldier I meet for the next 6 spans. I give you my word, on Ash's honor. I could take his weapon. Huh, that's an interesting thing. I don't need your good word. The broadsword, however, has got my eye. Did this favored officer fall deathly silent on his knees? No, it's my word or nothing. Unconsciously, he grips the leather-bound hilt of his sword, caressing the worn pommel with his thumb. You've got to understand, sir. She's been with me from the start. Never chipped or shattered. Never let me down. Which is why I'm going to use her when I slaughtered the Scarlet Chorus in your name. He drops his head between his shoulders in defeat, sighs, and then quietly rises to a stand. With all due respect, sir, she's the best weapon I've got, so you damn well better take care of her. He unsheaths the sword slowly, longingly, a fluid, practiced motion now tinged with dread. Finally, he offers the blade, cradled on the palms of his hand as if in tribute to Kairos, the very overlord. I want her back by the next span of Rapax. I mean that. I assume that Cadis is never going to see that sword again, says Barrick. We have certain standards about how this favored gear is passed down, but I won't hold them to someone outside of the normal chain of command. You can thank me later. How may I be of service? Okay, so let's hope that that sword is pretty good. I actually just wanted to toy with the guy a little bit, but I don't know, that sword was pretty good apparently. Let's hope that it is, because we use one-handed swords. It's a bastard. What is a broadsword? Well, I hope it's not a two-handed sword. I really hope it is not, but because otherwise it's not. I'm not gonna use it. It might be. It also might be like a special relic or something. Oh, but look at the time. We're out of time for the day, so I guess that's gonna be that for right now. I'm Colonel RPG, and this has been Tyranny. I really hope you've enjoyed it, and if you did, go ahead, leave a comment, like the video, but above all, thank you so much for watching, and I hope I'll see you next episode. Bye bye.